Hello students, today we're going to do a new question, May-June 2023, paper 4, question 8. Let's do it now. Show that the equation y equals to x minus 4, x plus 1, x minus 2 can be written as this, right? So we have to expand bracket 1 into bracket 2 first, and then bracket 2 into bracket 3. Here's my working. So you'll be able to get this first, and you have to simplify and merge all the similar terms together, like x cubed, x square, x, and the number lah. And you'll be able to prove what they want you to prove. Now let's move on to the second part of the question. Sketch this graph indicating all the values that the graph crosses on the axis. First thing to see if the x cube is positive or not. It is positive. So positive means this tail go up. That's how we end. Negative means this tail go down. It's not a negative number because we got x cube, right? It's actually 1x cube lah. So this is wrong. We know we need to draw a graph like this. Now is to get the values right. First thing we can find is the y-intercept. Very straightforward to find the y-intercept. You sub in x values is 0. So when you sub in all x values is 0, you will get y equals to 8. Let me move it out here lah. Okay, this is the y-intercept. So let's just say I mark 8 here. You know that the curve has to cut 8. Now to find the other values. So these values are relatively simple because you have to factorize it, right? But you don't have to factorize because that's part 1 of the question. They gave you this, right? X minus 4, x plus 1, x minus 2. So you know the values of x. X equals to 4, x equals to negative 1, and x equals to 2. So we mark them on this graph. 2. Why I mark it? 4 and negative 1. So we've marked the values that we need to actually sketch the graph. So what do these values actually mean? It actually means one simple thing lah, where the curve cuts the x-axis are at these x values. Okay? Done. Now looking at part B. The graph of y equals to blah 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 has two tangents with a gradient of 10. Find the equations of these two tangents. You must show all your working and give your answer in the form y equals to mx plus c. So when they give this kind of question, you know the first thing you have to do is differentiate this question. Okay? dy over dx. So differentiation is times power minus 1. Right? So 3 times 1 is 3. Power minus 1 is x squared. And this would be negative 10x plus 2. Next thing we have to do is to find x. And when they give you the gradient, one thing we have to know is dy dx equals to the gradient. So 10 equals to 3x squared minus 10x plus 2. So we have a quadratic equation. We pop in our calculator and we'll be able to get the answer of x. So my two answer values is x equals to 4 and x equals to negative 2 over 3. Okay, so what's the third step? The third step is to find the y value based on these two x values, right? So we get the y value for the first and the second x value. Let's have a look at my working. So getting my two values, okay, I will get two coordinates. So the first coordinate will be x equals to 4 and y equals to 0. The second value will be x equals to negative 2 over 3 and y equals to 112 over 27. So after finding these two coordinates, we need to find the y-intercept using the formula y equals to mx plus c, where m is 10. You got your y value and you've got your x value. So you have to sub them in to find the y-intercept for both of the equations. This is the answer. So getting these two answers as your C value, you will eventually get your equation of line of y equals to 10x minus 40 and y equals to 10x plus 292 over 27. Done.